Norton, uncheck the shit out of it. And you know what else you ought to do? Let's go ahead and get into this. McAfee, Norton, Symantec. These are the big names, right? They're looking for problems on your computer so they can look like they're earning their money. Then they want you to subscribe. They want you to subscribe and pay a monthly fuck all of that. You should not be paying anything as a subscription base on your PC unless it is for entertainment. Maybe it's Netflix. Maybe it's iTunes. Okay, I get that. You want some entertainment. For this software, forget about it. We're going to keep you safe for just $14.99 a month. No, they're not. They may keep you safe, but I got something that'll do it for free. Why the fuck are you spending money on that? Don't do that. You want an antivirus solution? Uninstall. All right, here's how you uninstall shit. Here's the next place I want you to go look. Click on your Start button. Go to Control Panel. Now, if you're running XP or later, you're going to see one of two types of interfaces here. You're either going to see small icons or category. I don't like the category view. It has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different categories ranging from system and security to ease of access. I don't like that because it doesn't get quite specific enough for me. So I go to the small icons. And in there, among many, many other things, this is where you can control just about anything on your computer, for those that didn't know that. Hence the name Control Panel. Very useful place. Don't be afraid to click on this shit. Don't be afraid of anything on your computer. You know what? When I used to work in Gateway Tech Support, people would always ask me, how did you do that? How did you fix that? And you know what I told them? I told them the truth. I said, I click everything. I click everything. People are afraid to click shit. There's only one key on your keyboard you need to be nervous about. That's the delete key. Easy on the delete key, my friends. Other than that, click everything. Know what's in there. It's not going to blow up. It's not going to lock up. You're not going to accidentally tap into the CIA's database and have somebody knocking on your door. Click everything. But before you start clicking everything on the internet, make sure you have your protection in place. And we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm in Control Panel now, and I'm taking you to a place in the Windows 7 example called Programs and Features. On yours, it may just say Programs. Go in there, that fucking thing right now. Now, chances are you're going to see a bunch of programs load up that will be arranged by name. All right? Now, the first thing I do is click on the category that says Size. That will order your programs by their size, largest to smallest. If they're smallest to largest, click on the size category again, it'll reverse it. Now, there's one drawback to this method, and that is that if you go far enough down, you'll see where information in the size category disappears. That means that Windows has not recorded the size of this folder or program that you're looking at. So you don't know how big these are. Some of these could be really big, but there's nothing listed. Okay, this is about halfway down, you'll see that start. But what we can do is look at the ones we know are there and we have their size. So for example, I have a game installed on this one called Company of Heroes, 3.93 gigabytes. That's a pretty big program. If you were running low on disk space, this is the place you'd want to start. Get rid of the big programs if you don't need them. And then when it comes, there are third-party applications you can download, and I'm going to see if I can go find one right now because it applies to directly what we're talking about. Let's see, program that shows size of all Windows programs. There's one I'm thinking of, and I'm only thinking, that's it, WinDirStat. I'm thinking of it because I know it works and I've used it. And it's called WinDirStat. It's WinDirStat. Go get that. Go get it. Download it. Yes, 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 next finish. That's what I always say. And that was my line at Gateway. Yes, 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 next finish. Because if you say no on any of that shit, it stops. So what the hell's the point? What you do want to be careful of when you're installing anything is look for where they're installing extras. Oh, this will also install, it will make your homepage so-and-so and install this super-duper toolbar, and it'll be a little tiny little check down in the corner. Uncheck that shit. You don't need all their extra shit, okay? Uncheck that. Oh, this will sign you up for an automatic trial of the Pro version, and then you'll only have to pay $75,000 a month. Uncheck that, okay? These people that are making free programs, you can't blame them for trying to make a little cash sometimes. but you can elect to opt out at the install. So do that. All right, WinDir Stat, WinDir Stat, all together. You can Google it. Download it. It's very small. It will show you the size of everything on your hard drive and what's trumping up your space. Very useful application, and it's not a resource hog. Let's see, do they have one for Linux? If you're looking for an alternative and you have Linux, you can use KDIRStat, KDIRSTAT. And for Mac OS X, it would be Disk Inventory X or Grand Perspective. But I'm not talking to you Mac people tonight. It's a whole different ballgame when you get into Macs. I'm talking PC people. So get that, download it. You can run it. Yes, XNest Finish. Run it. You'll see exactly what's taking up what, and it shows it to you in a graphical form that's very easy to understand. These colored blocks, you know, the big ones mean a lot. Little ones mean it's taking up a little space. Very simple stuff. So that's going to tell you even those programs that were listed in your programs directory that I was just talking to you about from control panel going into programs and features, even those that are not listed by size, they'll be listed in WinDir Stat. I don't know how they call that, probably WinDir Stat, whatever. They'll be listed in there with their size. Okay, so now you can go back into start programs and look at your programs installed where you do uninstallations or installations. And you'll see by using WinDir Stat next to it, which you should uninstall if you're not using it and it takes up a lot of space, or if you just want to get rid of it anyway. Who wants stuff they're not using on their hard drive? I install everything that I don't use. And there is a lot of shit that comes from the factory. So now you've gone in and you've installed all of these programs that you don't need. You've uninstalled them. Okay, and you do that by clicking on the program and click uninstall/change. Follow the prompts to go through. This should pull all of the registry entries out, all of the program files out. It may ask you if you want to keep your saved information or your saved games or whatever. If you plan on using it again in the future, keep your saved shit. If you don't, get rid of it. So we got that established. Now, let's talk about protecting your system so you can really go wild and really not have to worry about anything. First of all, if you don't do your backups, and you're one of those people that brings your computer to me and says, I've lost everything, I'm going to die. If it was that important to you, you should have done your fucking backups. There are a million backup options. We'll talk about them later. But let's get back to the other thing first, and that is let's protect your system. You're going to need an antivirus. You know that. You're going to need a firewall. You should know that. You're going to need an anti-malware, spyware, adware. You should know that. Okay? So I'm going to give you a few options for this stuff. All free. All free. No catches. Just be careful when you install it, not to install the extra shit they want to install to try to get some money for their trouble. And can you blame them? That's not a bad thing. What's bad is when it starts slowing your shit down and you weren't careful on the install, so now you're paying a price. It's almost relieving to me right now to look at this live broadcast and see nobody in the chat room, because I love it when you fuckers leave me alone. I do, because people get in the chat room and fuck my day up. You're wrong about this. You need to go find Jesus. You're a demon. What's wrong with you? Demons, only the unholy would uninstall an antivirus program. Well, I guess I'm unholy, but I'll have your shit working fast. So you want to go to a site like download.com, which is actually download.cnet.com. Just Google download.com. It'll be the first result to get your software. And I say that because I know that they check their shit, and I've been using them for over 10 years with perfect results. And they even were kind of quick on weeding out spyware. Remember, it used to be okay for companies to go ahead and slip some spyware in there with their free program. Used to be okay. Used to be considered okay. They're just kind of, that's their business. But people jumped on that shit, and so did download.com. They followed the trend, and they don't let them do it either. And if they do put any spyware in there, they have to put that right in the description. So that's a good thing. So you want somebody working out front for you before you even look at software to see what's really safe to download. Okay? Download.com is a good place to go for trying out programs. You can find a lot free. It's got a shitload of stuff there free. But a lot of it is trial basis. It's for you to try and see if you like. If you do like it, you go buy it. If you don't like it, you uninstall it. Just about everything you're going to do on a modern computer, you can find a free program to do it. And I know your first thing, if you're thinking open source, is, well, they don't have the support structure in place. I don't want to use openoffice.org because it's free, which means there won't be any support for it, when I could use Microsoft Office, which costs money, so there must be good support. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. You don't need Microsoft Office. You can live with openoffice.org. You're going to have to do a little reading. I'm sorry, I can't do this in a short radio show, but I do all my office work with openoffice.org, and I'm an author, so I kind of use the shit. And I know about cross-platform stuff, and I know about turning a DOC into a PDF, into a PUB, or all of the different file transitions and what gets lost in translation. So you can use openoffice.org. You can probably find another alternative to Microsoft Office. Looking at download.com, which is CNET, who I've been using forever for both free programs and trial. When you go to their homepage, what I'd like you to look at is the most popular downloads. This is downloads for last week, and it's going to list the top 20 for you. Every program on there, and I'm looking at them all, and I understand a little bit about at least all of these, is a good program, and that's why they're so popular. So the top one, number one, is Avast Free Antivirus 2014. It's a great program. It's the one I use. The next one is AVG Antivirus, also a good program, and also one that I've used in the past. Either one of those will work. Coming after that, CC Cleaner, great little program, free, download it. It cleans up all your tracks. Anything that could have tracked you through spyware or adware, removed. All your internet cache, which is the files your internet browser likes to hold on to so that it can presumably load faster, by checking the website and saying, I already have that graphic, I'll load it from the hard drive rather than download it. Yes, that works in theory, but in practice, to me, cache, large amounts of cache, C-A-C-H-E, it causes slowdowns and problems. So I like to clean mine out pretty regularly and force the browser to re-download the graphics in the web page. Free YouTube downloader, YTD video downloader, both work great. Advanced System Care runs a total system tune-up. Of course, they try to put some add-ons in there. They're getting smart now. They have, like, you might have 8 things you can do on one screen, for example, in this Advanced System Care, but 3 of them will be, nope, you got to subscribe for this. Okay, and those 3 can be very tempting services you'd like to have, but that's up to you. If you can handle temptation, if you're not the type that goes to Vegas and comes home homeless, then you'll be okay with a program like this. Advanced System Care Free is a good program. It will tune up your system and speed it up. Photoscape, not familiar with that one. GOM Media Player is a great one. I use that all the time. Download app, VLC Media Player, Virtual DJ, 3DP chip, Malware Bytes. Malware Bytes is a huge one, folks. So let's start with your antivirus. Get Avast or AVG, please. Get them. Be careful on the install that you don't put all the damn silly stuff in with it. So you just watch which checks are in the boxes and take the ones out you don't need as you're installing. Yes, next finish, right on through. On Avast or AVG, either one. So now you got your antivirus in place, okay? Now your antivirus may have some firewall properties and or some malware scanning and defense properties, but it may not. Don't be afraid to cross over, okay? We need a crossover here. If you're not sure your antivirus will kill all malware, you also need a malware program. That's where I'm going to recommend to you Malware Bytes, just like it sounds, Malware, B-Y-T-E-S, anti-malware. Again, it's free. It is king at killing malware, spyware, adware. It will find it and destroy it. It works like a champ. I've never had a problem with it, and probably 10 years of using it. I've used it on every kind of system you can imagine, and it goes after malware, and it does it very efficiently. So I'm going to recommend you now have your antivirus installed. You've gotten rid of anything that says Symantec or Norton. And you now have Avast or AVG antivirus, and now you have Malware Bytes anti-malware installed. Okay? So now you're in business. You've done your scan. You've removed all your malware. You're going to notice an immediate improvement in speed as well as security.